With the cost of ingredients constantly going up, I wanted to do something that was cheap, easy, and of course absolutely delicious. So for this 11th episode of the meal prep series, let's do loaded potato bites with the most beautiful, delicious beef mix. Please sit back, relax, and enjoy. Alright, starting this off, we're going to need 1.2 kilos or 2.6 pounds of regular all-rounder potatoes. These have been washed and have got their peels still on them for extra nutrition. These can be sliced in half, sliced into quarters, rotate 90 degrees and dice into large even-sized pieces. We're also going to need 4 cloves of freshly peeled garlic. These can just be ran along a fine microplane or box grater to create a paste, which is also known as minced, and always be sure to scrape it all out to avoid any waste. Last but not least, we're also going to need 3 spring onions or scallions. We're going to separate the green stems from the white root ends, and with the white root ends, we're just going to slice these on a straight angle, getting nice circle-shaped pieces. And with the green stems, these can be sliced on a slight angle, and this is going to be used as a garnish. Now with that done, add the potatoes to a large mixing bowl and add in 2 teaspoons or 10 milliliters of olive oil, 1 teaspoon or 2.5 grams of both onion and garlic powder for a nice concentrated flavour, 1 teaspoon or 2.5 grams of sweet paprika and cumin for an earthy warmth and peppery notes, 1 teaspoon or 1 gram of dried oregano for a minty herbal fragrance, half a teaspoon or 0.5 grams of red chili powder for a slight heat and is optional, sea salt flakes to taste, and cracked black pepper, 10 cracks worth. Also, I'm not being creepy, this is just a long running joke on the channel. Let's now get our hands in there nice and deep like and massage these potatoes until they're nicely coated, and like always, here is all of the nutritional values just so you know exactly what you're eating. Next, place these onto a baking tray lined with parchment paper and spread them out evenly just so they're not all on top of one another, and make sure none decide to hop off the tray like this one did here. You can also do this over 2 trays if need be, and then we're just going to transfer these over to a preheated oven that's been set to 190 degrees Celsius or 375 degrees Fahrenheit and bake for 45 minutes, flipping them halfway through. Now for our beef mix, place a large high-rimmed pan or pot over a high heat, add in 2 teaspoons or 10 milliliters of olive oil, and once hot, slide in 500 grams or 1.1 pounds of beef mince or ground beef and fry this off for about 5 to 6 minutes, mixing it regularly, breaking up any clumps, season to taste with sea salt flakes, and after about 6 minutes you'll notice that most of the water content has evaporated, which is exactly what we want. Add in the minced garlic along with the spring onion or scallion stems, 1.5 teaspoons or 3.5 grams of ground cumin for an earthy warmth, 2 teaspoons or 2 grams of dried Italian herbs for a bold herbal fresh flavour and fragrance, sea salt flakes to taste, and 20 cracks of black pepper. Then give this all a quick mix and continue frying for 2 minutes just for those flavours to enhance. Next, add in 2 cans of diced tomatoes, and I thought I had opened both cans into my beaker but hadn't, that's why I'm adding it twice here if you're wondering. Then mix this all through to combine and for those flavours to become friends. Bring it to a boil, reduce the heat to low and simmer for 10 minutes, mixing it every now and again. After 10 minutes and we have this beautiful hybrid chili con carne and bolognese sauce, sprinkle over 120 grams or 4.2 ounces of freshly grated mozzarella cheese, ensuring we cover the surface well. Also cracking over some more black pepper, with this being completely optional. Cook this for 1 more minute for the cheese to start melting, then remove it from the stovetop, and again, here is all of the nutritional values. After 45 minutes, let's then remove these delicious golden and soft potatoes, which can then be evenly divided into 5 meal prep containers. Let's then place over the beef mix, again dividing it by 5, and if you're wondering about the weights, it's all on those nutrition cards. For a topping, which is optional, place over some sour cream, which works really well with this, garnish with the green stem spring onion or scallion, and lastly drizzle over some hot sauce or your sauce of choice, with myself using sriracha mayo, which then leaves us with these beautiful and absolutely delicious loaded potato bites. As for storage, place the lids on nice and tight and then put these in the fridge for up to 5 days and in the freezer for up to 4 months. Reheat them in the microwave until hot, and like always, here is the complete dish nutritional values with both potatoes and beef mix combined. Last but not least, to make everything worthwhile, we can then dig in.